400 years ago, a majestic realm called Orunsal was born, giving rise to a continent now ruled by the illustrious royal empire and its revered leader, King Kaz. However, long before the existence of Orunsal, there was a land known as Bossenia, a realm of unparalleled beauty and vast continents teeming with enchantment. This was a time when dragons, both malevolent and benevolent, still roamed freely, intertwining their lives with the inhabitants of Bossenia. Now, prepare yourself for an extraordinary tale that unravels the fateful events leading to the demise of this once thriving realm. Brace yourself for the story of how the world met its tragic end. Behold, the tale of Extinction.
Hello everybody, we are Fabled Charisma. My name is Preston. I will be doing the DMing for this overall micro campaign that we are going on during our break. This overall game does take place in the world of Orunsal that we do play in. What you can do to get caught up on the previous events is you can follow us on YouTube. You can find us out on Instagram. We have a Facebook now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Facebook and Twitch and TikTok for as long as TikTok's still
Everywhere.
We're literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
Reddit coming soon.
But I will be telling the story of what is going on in the past from the story. But I couldn't do this myself. I just be kind of talking up here, which I do to myself anyways. But this way I have my friends to talk to. Friends, do you want to introduce yourselves?
My name is Wyatt, and in this little micro campaign here, I am playing Nerizian, the great, powerful, and wise.
I am Natanya, and I am playing Alora Volro, the Eladrin elf monk.
My name is Annika. I'm playing Kieran Kalova, the Dragonborn monk.
And I am Natasha, and I am playing Alira of Benyer.
All right. Thank you. So, the story that we have going on is far in the past, back when magic was prevalent, when the world itself was very different. The area that we're all used to, it's one large landmass. But it wasn't always that way. Beforehand, there were several different continents, and they're all ruled by dragons. These dragons overall had a pretty good rule over things. There were some that were benevolent and others that weren't so, but still ruled that and were fair. Our overall story does take place in a small little town, little coastal area, fishing town called Twassen. That is where our party, before they ever become a party, is going to meet. Starting out, we have a half-orc. You are wandering down through an old, beaten-up dirt road. You come up across a little tiny town, and on there it says Twassen. Population, roughly about 500 people. You know somewhat about this town and your overall travels that you have done. You have traveled far. But this town, something calls to you here. Something brought you here, and you can't quite explain what. As you go through, you see a few different areas. You see a tavern, you see blacksmith, but you see a lot of fishing huts along the overall shore. What's one of the first places that Norse would want to go and see?
Norse is gonna dart for the nearest fishing hut. and see if he can try to bargain himself some free fish.
Okay. You make your way over there, and there's a few different huts. You see 6 of them, all being manned by different individuals. You see one being manned by a human female, one by an elf. You can't really tell what kind, but you can tell that they're male. 3 of which are being manned by dwarves, and 1 is being manned by an orc.
He's going to approach the one being manned by a woman, you said?
Yep.
Okay. He approaches, swinging his large half-orc arms with confidence, his robes draping over him, his large wizard hat cowering over his head. He marches towards that stand with the woman bearing front and speaks out. He says, "Hello, female. I would like to buy some fish from you on this fine morning."
Well, I sell quite a few different fish. Is there one in particular you would like?
Just whenever you're willing to give for free, maybe we can exchange some courtesies to one another.
Well, if you don't work with the regular wages of currency, what do you have to offer?
Fine, maiden, I can offer you a one-of-a-kind date with a gentleman like myself. And I also want to roll a persuasion check.
Yeah. She looks at you up and down while saying that. Give me your persuasion.
13.
All right. She kind of eyes you up and down, noticing that you are well covered. If you want to describe what your character looks like real quick.
Yeah, so he's wearing brown wizard's robes draping over him. And from bottom to top, he's wearing pink bunny slippers that cover his entire feet. The robes draping just ending at the ankle line, riding all the way up to the top. He bears his half-orc tusks, his green skin complexion. He has orangish eyes, and atop of his head, he has a over-large wizard's hat that almost just seems too big for himself. Practically, probably, because he had one custom made for his large size, and it was made too large. His hands, he doesn't carry much, but around his waist, he has a belt with many pouches, and on his back, he has a wicker barrel that is tied to him with just twine ropes wrapping around his chest. The wicker barrel itself being tied shut with rope as well.
She, after your Riz check, you succeed. She looks at you up and down, and she looks back and forth to all the other stalls and, okay, one date, and I will give you 1 fish for the time being. Actually, I'll give you half, and you'll get the other half when I see you. When is that? When can I see you, stranger?
When are you off work, fine female?
Well, it is the beginning of the day, but I will be taking lunch at the highest point of the sun.
Okay, I will return here at the highest point of the sun to pick you up in a fine carriage you have never seen. Perhaps bewilderment of my amazing funds that are waiting for you. Because of course you don't want to work anymore, you want to be taken care of.
Okay. Give me a deception.
Okay. Let's see.
Because
You have no intentions.
He also has a low intelligence, so I'm playing into that.
Yes,
He's a
you are.
-1. Yes.
Like, give him a break. He's an idiot, all right?
He's like 7.
Your words seem to now fall on deaf ears.
Shit.
And she kind of takes a step back. Like, oh, that's right. I have something going on tonight and midday. But for your kind words, she pulls out a fish. Kind of looks like a small little grouper. Not too big, about a foot long. She pulls out a large cleaver and she starts bringing it across the fish and then she slices it at the head, sliding the body over. Holds up the head and pushes it into your chest. Go have fun with that. And leave my stall.
My curiosity, who's that man behind you? I want to try to use another persuasion check in that attempt to get her to turn around.
All right, go ahead.
Shit, 8.
I'll see
She-
what is
that?
regret now.
She looks at you and holds the cleaver out. And like, one scream from me, and all these other men come
That's
running
okay.
over with
That's
theirs.
okay. He takes the fish head and he just turns around and starts walking. Thank you, fine woman. Keeps going.
It's okay. That's okay.
Double
Double down. Fast.
As you start going off, we transition to Alora. You are also making your way through. You have been to Toisan a few times. But your trip this time... Check my notes real quick. You are transporting goods. You have a few with you. You make your way into town. You have a little stall that you have set up for the morning. There's some people out and about. They're doing the same thing, kind of getting prepped and ready for different things. Although there seems to be banners being put up this time. But as you're making your way through, can you give a description of your character?
My character is around 5'10". She has brown, medium length hair. And she has pale olive skin. She is an Eladrin elf. And she's wearing pretty casual monk clothing, but she is wearing her business vest, which is a little bit higher quality than her others for, sales pitching. It has a little bit of a royal blue color lining it, and then a sage green overlay.
As you are making your way into town, you get to your stall, you get everything set and prepped. You actually have a small little line started waiting for you to get your wares. Do you want to describe what it is you sell?
I sell glass pieces for the wealthy.
As people are kind of lining up to you, there's roughly about 3 people right now just kind of waiting. And one guy's standing there just kind of tapping his foot like, are you ready now? Are you ready? Are you ready for me? I am ready to spend money.
Oh, sweetheart. Don't worry, I'm getting set up for you right now. And I'm going to
Good.
start to gently unload my wares onto my table. What
As
are you
you
looking
get-
for today, sweetheart?
I need something blue with green and yellow. Yeah. Those. I need glass with those things.
You got it. I'm going to show him a smaller, lightweight piece with blue, green, and yellow swirling through it.
He looks at it and he's like, yeah, how much we talking for this one?
Oh, sweetheart, I'll give you a deal today. That's going to be 2 gold.
Perfect. He pulls out a pouch of gold and he dumps it out, some of it falling out of his hand as he doesn't seem to be too concerned about it. And he picks up a small handful and drops it, leaving 5 gold. And he grabs like, thanks, and takes off running.
You got it, sweetheart. And I'm going to stuff that gold right in my pocket.
The next person comes up, seems to be a older lady. She's kind of walking up, shaky. Missy, you have your little spinned glass?
I do. See
I
anything
need-
you like?
I need 1 piece for my dear grandson who said that you have the best ones.
I sure do. better quality than anyone you'd ever find in this place. How does this one look? It's only 15 gold, and it's, pretty heavy duty. It's gonna last a real long time, and it's got quite the intricate design on it.
Give me a persuasion.
Roll high.
She's trying. She rolled a 9.
Minus one.
Shut up.
She looks it over like, that's a bit spendy for what I'm needing. She points over to one very small little piece. It's barely any color. How much for the little one?
Well, this little one here is about... Oh, shoot. Sorry. This little one here is about 5 silver or so, but there's a good chance it might break after a couple uses.
Oh, he should be fine with that. He's a gentle little boy. She pulls out, shaking, her 1 silver, 2 silver, 3, 4, and 5, and slowly puts away her coin pouch and grabs onto it. Have a nice day.
Have a
And-
lovely day, sweetheart.
Shaking and wobbling away.
Oh my god.
Thief.
The the last individual that for this morning, people are still waking up. The large individual, standing maybe 6-7 feet tall, fully armored, dragonborn of silver scales, walks up. Ma'am, do you have your permit?
Of course I do. I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab my permit.
He'll grab it and look at it, verifying. You kind of see his eyes drifting back and forth, almost scanning it. That will do. Your stand will need to be moved for the festivities later today.
Yeah, what's going on with that? I've been seeing these posters all around.
The someone of high importance is supposed to be arriving today. They did not.
Oh, how interesting. Does that happen normally in these parts? Kind of new to the area.
Well, no, not normally. Our overlord, and he points to the hollowed peaks, doesn't really like visitors, but they will be coming down apparently and addressing a few things. But whoever is coming from out of town, I have not been privy to.
Well, alrighty. Sounds pretty important. So, I would say a couple more hours, then I can pack up.
That should be fine. Just even 15 feet to the right, and you'll be more than fine and out of the way. I don't want to impede your overall foot traffic.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much for the information.
Of course. You have a wonderful day. And he
You as well.
walks off. He seems to kind of walk with a purpose, but a very elegant, high postured as he walks away. Moving on.
This is fun. Little accent. I'm having a great time.
It's Kieran. Is that how it's
Kieran,
pronounced?
yeah.
Kieran. Okay. You are not necessarily in town, but you are just outside of it. You have just woken up from a nice little slumber that you had had. Some birds you heard chirping off in the distance seemed to wake you up, and a small little butterfly actually landed on the tip of your nose. And that little tickle is what woke you up this morning.
Stop it.
That's
As
so
you as you wake up and you get ready, you look over this hillside, and Toisson is just below, maybe just a half mile down. You see quite a few people, a little bit more than what you've heard goes on here. Seems something is going on. Your more humble lifestyle, the overall intrigue and curiosity of this place has an overall draw and allure to it. How would you like to start your day?
Well, I think before I pack up my camp, I'll make a small prayer to my god Bahamut.
Okay.
Tell him I
Give
thank
me.
him.
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
No, sorry, go ahead.
Say, I thank him for my travels. I thank him for my food. I thank him for the sun that brings up every day to bring me the sunshine.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a religion check.
And I thank him for the butterfly. That was a really nice touch. 22.
You prayed very well.
You feel an overall warmth. There was some clouds almost cascading a little bit, but your prayer shifts them just a little. And you feel almost the sun itself hit you in the face.
I'm
Gives
gonna
it
kind of
overall warmth.
lean my hands up and like stretch to the sky and feel the warmth of the world and like soak it in.
While you're standing there soaking in the overall warmth of the sun, can you give me a description of your character?
Let me pop over to that. So my character stands 6 feet and 9 inches tall. She's a white-scaled dragonborn, 225 pounds. She's beefy, she's large, she's strong. She's wearing a white, kind of basic monk robe, so it kind of comes across and ties at the middle. Some large dragon feet sized boots for traveling. Typically, she'd be in some sandals, but because she's on a long trip at the moment, she's in her walking boots. She's got very piercing green eyes and really strong horns that run down the back of her head.
Sick.
As you absorb that sunlight, you feel this overall compulsion to go down. You make your way down to Twasan. As you make it through there, you also pass a similar sign. It says the overall name of the little town and the population. As you continue through, there seems to be a little bit of ruckus down by the fishing docks. If you want to give me a perception check to see if you notice anything further.
14?
You as you kind of go by, you not so much a ruckus, just a individual, a someone in large brown robes and an obscurely large wizard hat. It seems to be at a fishing stall talking to one of the people there, but doesn't seem to be causing any trouble. But as you make your way through the rest of the village, you see at the far end a small little line, and this woman down at the end seems to be setting up a little stall. Just to your right with that 14 perception, though, you hear a small little glass break to your right. Directly to your right, you see that there's a little bakery. Would you like to enter or continue down the main road?
Enter.
Okay. As you make your way in, you see that there is a little gnome running around, seems to be trying to prep for today. He's kind of bouncing all over the place. As you make your way through the door, the bell rings. He stops almost in a skirting fashion. Looks at you like, hello, welcome.
Good kind sir, how are you this morning?
Doing quite well, doing quite well. I didn't know the door was unlocked. We technically aren't open just yet, but the bread should be ready here in the next few moments. If you want to take a little seat, and he'll gesture to his chairs, which are a little small for someone your size. And then he goes over and he looks like he grabs a little dustpan, and it looks like he's scooping up what looks to be some terracotta that he had dropped.
I'm gonna sit down, but almost hover over the seat because I'm a little bit afraid it'll break when I sit down. Say, no, not a problem, sir. I'll just wait here. Would you like me to leave? I can come back at another time.
No, it's just fine. Well, I'm happy to have people in here. What brings you to my humble abode? As he's sweeping the pieces into the dustpan.
Well, I'm here. Well, I'm here for a couple different reasons. I'm here to spread my joy and compassion and my charity to the town of Twasan.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm here to spread
Um,
the word of my God.
oh. And do you serve him, or does he uh I don't know how to say let's see, force you to serve him?
There's no forcement at all. I love my god dutifully.
That's good. That's good. That's how it should be. Um, he kind of looks up and he sees this small little arcane timer, like, oh, almost time for the croissants. As he gets up and he starts taking off with his little tiny dustpan, he dumps it out and he seems to be bouncing up these shelves. He gets a long stick. He reaches into this oven and pulls out these fresh croissants. Ah,
Croissants.
the croissants.
Crystal. I love Crystal.
Do you like honey butter on these? Regular butter, garlic butter, plain?
Well, I'd love some honey butter if you're offering.
Yeah. I got it. Just a second. He rushes over to his little pantry, grabs a few different concoctions, and he starts making it. And he gets a little tiny brush and brushes it over the croissant. As he grabs it, these croissants are big to him. To you, they'd be normal size, but he grabs it like, this one's on the house for being my first customer for the day.
Sir, I couldn't do that. I'm gonna hand over a gold piece to him.
You have your charity, and I have mine. First customer of the day always gets a free croissant and the butter of their choice.
Oh, sir. Sir, that is too kind. I'm gonna lean in and hug this man. I'm gonna hug him and then lift him off the ground.
I thought you said hunt. I was like,
I'm gonna hunt
I'm
him.
going to eat him.
Hug my friend.
That's the
Where's that
biggest
honey
plot
butter?
twist so far.
As you go to pick him up, like, oh, I'm afraid of heights.
I'm like, oh, thank you, kind sir. Thank you for being so kind to me. This town is wonderful. I'm on the
Yes.
ground.
You're so welcome. I prefer my feet firmly on the ground. Any, anything else for today?
That'll be everything. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm gonna grab my little croissant.
Tell everyone Gareth is open.
I'll tell everyone.
As you start making your way out, make it to our final transition to, let's make sure I said this right, Elira.
Yes.
Elira, you are also making your way into town, but you're coming from a different direction, something a little bit more obscure. You are on a trail that's a little less traveled on, but you have a piece of paper clutched in your hand with some information telling you to go to Toisin. On your way to there, you come across a broken down cart. You see a couple men there trying to fix the cart. The wheel seems to have popped off. Do you stop and help or move on?
Oof. They might have some information that might be of use to me. So yeah, I think she'll stop and help.
Right, as you kind of make your way over, you see them both trying to lift this cart. It seems full of the cart itself has this giant canopy over it, and it seems to be just stuffed full. Two men seem to be dressed in studded leather armor. Nothing too fancy. They seem to be needing to be able to be nimble if they need to be. But you see like flags and different banners hanging out the back of this cart. One of them kind of turns around trying to lift it from behind him, looks and sees you like, hey, Jeffy, we got someone coming. Hello.
Hello there, good sirs. I see you might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, there's a damn wheel on the cart there popped off.
I see. I'm so sorry you're in this kind of predicament. Is there any way I could be of use to you?
Yeah, actually, if Jeffy and I lift the cart, can you try and get this wheel back on? What's that thing called? the guy he's referencing as Jeffy, like the wooden stick thing. We need that shoved on there.
I'll tell you what. I can absolutely do that for you. But in return, can you do something for me?
Depends on what is.
I need information.
Sure. Well, what kind? What are you looking for?
Well, I am on a search for a particular person. And I would like to know if you, or perhaps someone you know, or maybe you've heard from somebody, if they have seen or heard of this person's whereabouts.
That dude, name?
Well, her name is Eris. Does that sound familiar to you?
He looks over to Jeffy and he just kind of,
Hmm.
sorry, lady. Don't know no one's named Eris. But the nice folk there in Twassen, they may be able to help you. I'd talk to that damn the tavern people. They hear about people all the time.
Are you sure you don't have any further information? If I tell you that Eris was originally from the town of Benya, does that jog your memory at all?
Benya. That's the dune the northern area.
It is. You're quite incisive.
I am, huh? Well, all I know is that she has some kind of a family up that way. That's all I really heard.
So you have heard of her?
Well, if it's that one, yes, but the heiress, without any them descriptions, can't really say one way or another, no person or not. But the heiress of the Benir, I heard that name.
I see. She's a little bit not really believing him. She thinks that they may have something to hide about their knowledge of this person.
You can give me an insight check to see if they are lying.
Okay.
14.
You can tell by these two's overall, they're not the brightest individuals, but they do seem to be telling the truth. When he said he didn't know who Eris was, he was trying to picture everyone he'd ever heard of Eris. He got confused. But he does know places really well, so he's able to put those two together. The information he told you about heading to a tavern to gather more information seems completely truthful. He doesn't seem to have anything to hide.
Very well. You've given me more than enough information that I need to carry on my journey. I will help you with your cart, and I will be on my way. I appreciate your information.
Oh, we could give you a ride after the wheel's back on.
That would be so kind of you, but it's not needed. I have my valiant steed here that has carried me all the way over here, and I feel he will do a great job going on.
Okay. Yeah, Jeffy and I'll just lift the cart. You just pick that up and put it on there, and we'll be on our way.
Good day, sir.
So all I need from you is a strength check to be able to pick this wheel up and put it on.
Could it be athletics?
Are you strong?
Yeah, you could use your athletics as well to it. Yeah.
Oh, that's stealth.
That's stealth.
Oh, that's stealth. Whoops, my
Isn't that
bad.
one too? You don't want
Okay.
that. Throw it away. Throw
Yeah,
it away.
that's
Where's
Trying to
that?
Go to athletics.
so
Where's
at
strength? Hold on.
It'll be easy if you just go to your skills.
I am on my skills.
Do you see
go
athletics?
to athletics.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
We're good.
Okay. Yeah. With the help of these two, they lift it up enough. You're able to grab onto it. It's kind of covered in a little bit of mud, but you're able to grab onto this large cartwheel, walk it over, place it on there. Once it's on there, Jeffy runs over and he seems to be tightening one of the bolts onto it. Gets it good and ready. Kind of, thanks, lady. And they get into their cart and they start heading on their way. As they are heading out, can you give me a perception check real quick?
Yes. Spare me a couple of seconds to find it.
Take your time.
You said it's persuasion?
Perception.
Wait.
Perception.
Perception. Perception. That makes more sense. I think I got it.
Whew.
Oh
23.
my!
you have a
All right,
plus
hold
6
on.
perception.
You see the
Just-
hair in his ass crack.
Yeah, just a second. 20. Fuck. Okay.
Fucking +6.
That's crazy. That is so useful. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
Nothing slipping past you.
As you kind of grab your different things, brushing the mud and dirt off your hands, you hear small little rustling in the woods around you. As you look out, you see little feet running through. You start hearing small little laughter that going through the forest. Then you look a little further back and you see these yellow eyes in the overall shadows of this tree, and then they vanish. With
Should
that
I do-
information, would you would you want to head into town or go investigate the woods?
Spooky.
I don't know what those little beings have anything to do with my search for the person I'm looking for. So, my last bit of information was going, oh no. My iPad's at 5%.
We're back.
So, heading into the woods or into town?
Oh, we're on me, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't. My character is really, really dead set on just nothing wavering her into any side quests or anything like that. Her goal is to find this person.
Yeah, she is fixed.
Just fixated on that.
Yeah.
As of right now, the beings that she saw was going around and hi baby, and with the eyes and everything like that was interesting and piqued her interest, but she doesn't see if it has anything to do with the person that she's trying to find. So I think she's gonna head into town.
Okay. As you make your way into town, are you going on foot or are you riding your horse?
I'm gonna be riding my horse.
So as you kind of make your way into town, you come through the overall gate. You see the cart that you had helped earlier. You see those two men seem to be unloading it, getting different banners and things out of it. As you look down the main street, you see these flags kind of going back and forth over the main overall road. Over to the right of you, you do see a elvish woman, seems to be selling some form of glassware. You look out a little bit further, you see some pretty well armored people seem to be taking post along the street itself. The overall town itself seems to be preparing for something. And that's where we're going to transition back to Norse. Norse, you have left the fishing stall, and all you have from what you have gathered is the head of a grouper.
Oh, Natasha, we lost you.
Am I
Hey.
back?
Sorry.
Good.
So I have a head of a fish, and just
And-
my instincts luring me into this town.
You have give me a Arcana check.
Okay. $15.
Okay. As you are kind of making your way through your time in the wizarding school, prepped you for something like this. You heard tales of great wizards being able to find sources of magic and be able to harness the power of it. As you continue to feel out for this area, you feel a small little hole to a shop. The shop itself has a symbol of invocation above the door.
Interesting. I need to investigate this further, but first I have matters to attend to. And I'm gonna pull off my whisker basket, put it on the ground, and then I'm gonna grab the fish head and just lightly creak open the wicker basket and just kind of like push the fish head into the wicker basket and quickly close it back down and wrap it back up again before throwing it back over my shoulder, clearly conveying a sense of fear over what's inside the wicker basket.
As you close the wicker basket, you feel the sense of something thrashing and swirling on the inside of it. But you are able to maintain while that's happening. And you hear like bones snapping, and you feel some of the wicker part of the basket. It's holding, but it's not going to hold long. But the contents are contained.
Settle down in there and I'll get you some more food soon enough. Let me just look at this little symbol up here. He's gonna put his hands on his hips. He's gonna stare really hard at the invocation symbol. Present your secrets to me. And can I roll an arcana on the symbol?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Got a
question.
5.
Natasha has a question.
What's that?
What's an arcana?
It's a way to detect different magical things or understand magic within the world. It's a way to be able to know if something has an incantation, an enchantment upon it, and if depending on the roll, will let you know different properties of the magic that's there. But if you roll not high enough, that we have just discovered,
Yep.
you will look at it with intrigue and awe and feel nothing.
Ah. Okay.
He's looking at it, he's gonna be like, another dud. Okay. And then he said,
Another dub.
he said there's a door, right?
Yeah, it's a invocation symbol. It's got this it's like burnt in, but it's got like this blue paint over it.
Okay. But there's no like is there like a physical door for me to walk through?
There
or
is.
Okay.
Yes.
I shall enter this premises without permission. And he walks up to the door and goes to open it from the handle that might be visible.
Okay. As you go to grab onto the handle, can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Of course. My favorite kind of saving throw. A nat 20.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
That was such a good
I
time
don't know
for
what's
that.
happening to me, but I am not consenting.
As you grab onto the handle itself, you feel almost this pulse, and this felt like a worm tried to make its way up your hand, but something inside of you pushed it back and you opened the door.
As he opens the door, he's gonna be like, "Fear my magic, for nothing can defeat me." And he walks through the front doorway.
As you get inside, you see a person there standing in gray robes. He's got a large gray hat. Has you can see a few different staves along the wall. You see a lot of books and scrolls. This individual is standing there with a pipe hanging from his mouth. A fireplace is going. He turns around to you. Good evening. Or is it morning now? I do not remember.
I already forgot. But what is this place? It draws my interest. I feel drawn by something.
Oh, are you a practitioner of the magical arts?
With a giant grin on his face, he's like, "Yes, I am."
Excellent. Well, if you're able to get past my wards, you must be quite powerful. Well, not really mine, my master's, but... Welcome, what can I call you?
You can call me Narizian, the great, powerful, and wise.
For such a title, I have not heard of you. You must have done more discreet things.
I have done great, powerful, and wise things.
Well, Nerisian, I have a festival to prepare for, and my master shall be arriving here soon. Is there any books or incantations that you wish to look at before I have to close my shop?
You mentioned that you had a master. Who is your master, if you don't mind me asking?
My master is someone who... They have been around for a very long time. They have gathered information and knowledges throughout the entire realm. But I cannot give you his name at this time. Only he is able to. But you'll see him today. I will let him know that Norisian the Great and Powerful is amongst us in Toisan. He'll seek you out. You'll have questions.
Kindly appreciated. Can I roll insight on him to just see his
Yes.
overall demeanor?
Little vibe check.
5.
Man, this dude seems straight
Threes.
up on the up and up. Like he is just the best guy ever. Everything comes out of his mouth. You're like, absolutely.
You strike me as probably the best guy ever. So I will see your master shortly, I hope, and I hope he expects to see me, for the great and powerful Nursirian is here in Twassen. Warn our enemies! I have arrived! Then he turns around and marches out the doorway. He doesn't know where he's going.
As you leave, give me a perception.
Okay. Perception. That one.
Jesus
You
Christ.
are
You're really
so-
distracted by this really awesome guy you just met.
You're so intrigued in the overall pull of magic here, and this guy you just met, and apparently there's someone that's even stronger than him. You feel like, yeah, I'm in the right spot. Nothing can defeat me, and you have no idea of the world around you.
This is where I should be.
When he walks out, I want to do a I don't know this town very well, correct?
No.
Okay. I want to try to investigate for any nearby signage or map to where there might be any sparring centers for practicing combat.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me investigation.
Oh my god, 3 again. 5.
Jesus Christ.
There's got to be a combat center around here somewhere. I need to practice my new spells. Fireball.
You look around, and you don't really see anything for practice for those kind of spells itself, but you do know that there are places where fighting is allowed, like taverns.
Ah, a tavern. I shall seek the nearest one to my vision, and he's gonna dart for the nearest thing that looks like a tavern.
As you look, what's your passive perception?
Passive
15?
perception is 15.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. You are able to narrow down what looks to be a tavern. It seems to be opening as someone has gone out, put a sign, and you see a few people coming in. The sign says drinks are half off for today.
Okay. Okay. He is going to march up to that tavern door, and is he behind people as they're walking in?
By the time that you get up there, they've already walked in.
Oh shoot. Okay, he's gonna just walk right on and then.
We're gonna move on real quick. As we transition to the humble glass blowing. Been a few hours. You have moved your stall over. You've had actually give me all right, Natanya, high or low?
Hi. Get it?
With a 52.
Get
You've had
it?
a very successful day. Moving over, actually, you have had more foot traffic moving the 15 feet over to the right than you've had the entire time you've been in this town selling
Who would have
glass.
thunk?
Who would have
I'm
thought?
gonna stick in this spot then. I like it here. I'm gonna jot that one down in my journal.
Go ahead and give me 2d10.
2d10.
You did hand.
With a 12.
You, in the 2 hours, have acquired 12 more gold. Being
Hell yeah. I'm so rich.
Wow,
Loaded.
built-in profession into your backstory. That was smart.
Wasn't it? That was like the best fucking choice ever.
That was an option.
Yeah, right? Let
Damn
me
it.
go back. And,
I had
Hold
to
on,
have a
gotta-
reason to have glass blowing tools. That's the only reason I gave myself a job. I needed to have a reason to have glass blowing tools. That was it.
I love that.
As you moved over, and the time passes, you see a cart roll in and some not the most intelligent guys kind of come through. They seem to be arguing with each other, but they seem to be unloading the cart. A few moments pass by and you see someone riding up on a horse, kind of taking in the scene. There seems to be something more intriguing, something more foreign about her that you haven't seen pass through the town.
Like wealth?
Possible wealth?
I am going to set up my nicest, finest pieces in the front of my table, kind of start adjusting them and making them all perfect and, sitting up straight and trying not to stare. But definitely staring.
Lyra, you see as you're riding in town, someone seems to be trying to make an overall impression. As you see the elven woman prepping the market station. Go ahead and give me another perception check.
It vanished on me. Bear with me. You said perception?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you are aware of her intent and you see some very well intricated glass blowing pieces. Some that you do recognize from home. The craftsmanship from home.
Okay. I will stop and see if my intuition about those glass pieces bring any further information about where my next goal needs to go to.
As you make your way over, you do see Laura. They're manipulating and trying to make the area more presentable. The scene is yours.
Excuse me, miss, but I couldn't help but notice you have a little bit of some glass pieces here. I see that they have some intricate designs that are based upon my hometown. Can you tell me about those real quick?
Well, hello. Welcome to the town of Toisson. It looks like you've just arrived. Well, I have been traveling all over for the last, well, I'd say 70 years or so, just learning all about different kinds of techniques from different places and kind of using them all together in my work you see here. And I just try to make really high quality, high end products for people. Are you interested in any of them?
Possibly. However, if you don't mind, I'm more interested in knowing a little bit more about how you came to find either these pieces or these designs for these pieces, particularly these two right here. I see that they have a unique look to them that I've only ever seen in one place before. And I was just wondering if you crafted them there or if you just got them some other way.
Well, those pieces I learned about that technique a little back east, kind of on the other side of the Hallowed Peaks over there around the Neville area. I learned about this technique. I believe it came from, oh, shoot. I'm skipping the name of the place off the top of my head, but it was, like I said, somewhere back over that way, and gosh, that was probably like 30 years ago that I did that. I just traveled around through that area, and it was around the time that I was trying to learn a little bit more techniques and stuff, because I just wasn't selling super well at that time. So, but I only just traveled through there. I didn't really stay for long, and I made that piece probably just a few weeks ago, so I was in this area when I made it.
I truly appreciate all information.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have-
Are you around from that area?
I know that area very well. And I would love to purchase one of these pieces, but I do have one more question for you before I do, if that's all right.
Yeah, what can I do for you, dear?
When you were either in that area or perhaps on your way over here, have you ever heard or seen of anybody by the name of Eris?
Eris. With an E or an I?
E.
With an E. Can I do a history check to see if I know anybody by the name of Eris?
You sure can.
Phenomenal. Oh, I got a -1, so shit. 4?
Damn.
You don't know shit.
What's an heiress?
What's
You know
there?
and the actual term for heiress is usually someone of a noble lineage that could be up for some form of nobility itself, but anybody named heiress does not come to mind.
Oh. You know, I'm sorry, it just didn't really ring a bell. I think I used to know someone named Iris, but doesn't sound like the same person. I'm sorry,
well.
sweetheart.
Not your fault at all. I appreciate all of the information you've given me, and I would love to take the piece on the right, depending on the price, of course.
Well, you seem like just such a sweet, sweet woman. How about I give you a deal and 3 gold pieces for it?
All right. Well, let me check how much I have. Where do I check that again?
You'll see it in your inventory.
Inventory.
You have a little
Inventory.
gold symbol.
The what?
In your inventory, you'll see like a little gold piece by your weight carried on the far right
Hold
side.
on the laptop, it's a bit differently laid out. One sec.
Yeah, it's not actually in your inventory. It's like right above it.
Yeah.
Right
Top
above
right.
where it says manage
So-
inventory.
Hold on. Is that
Take
like
your time.
It should say
Uh,
something like total currency and then have a
That's-
number below it.
I'm in like the where all of the perception and all of the dice rolling is. Oh, I found it.
Okay.
I found it. Oh,
If you-
okay.
If you click that gold icon, it should show you all your money.
Okay.
Platinum, gold, electrum.
Mm-hmm.
And how much did you say that piece was for?
3 gold.
Very well. You drive a hard bargain. 3 gold it is.
I'm going to gently wrap up the piece, seeing that she is on horseback. Package it up nicely for her and hand it off.
Okay.
I'll provide my 3 gold. Thank you, kind lady. Hopefully I will get to run into you again in the future. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
It was so nice meeting you, sweetheart. I hope to see you again soon.
As you. Have a good one.
As you guys finish up your transaction, we move over to Kieran. As you leave Gareth's bakery, you take in the sights of Toisson. Kind of as the sun is cascading over it, the overall beauty of this place is really starting to emanate with all the festivities being prepared. While you are walking around, you end up seeing a large individual walking out of a establishment with some interesting intent. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
16.
As you are looking, you see someone with the same individual with a large hat that was at the fishing hut.
Oop.
Now,
Clocked.
almost with a chip in their step, as they are power walking their way over to the tavern. The walk is someone that you've seen before on the road, that they have intention, but it's hard to tell if it's whether it's a good one or a bad one. Do you wish to follow or keep taking in the sights?
Follow. Seems like he's going to somewhere possibly well populated, which is my goal.
As you see him enter the tavern, and you shortly behind, Norse, go ahead and give me a perception real quick.
I'm perceiving something.
Perceived.
16.
Yeah, you are.
You clock that someone is behind you. Don't know if you're being followed, but someone is behind you walking through the door. And you do see the 3 individuals throughout the tavern kind of sitting down. The bartender, they're prepping drinks.
I'll walk up to the bartender as he's prepping the drinks. I'm inside now, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the bartender prepping drinks, and kind of shadow over him a little bit as I lean in and say, "I need to know. Why am I doing that? I need to know if you have some. I need to know if you know of anybody who can take a hint or like maybe a special little. I have a new magic spell that I'm trying to try out.
All right. Let me just make this as clear as possible.
Yes.
I don't like those who do magic or practice them in my tavern. If you do so, I will call the guard, or I'll take care of it myself. If you're looking for someone who can take a hit, that would be me.
Gold. Listen, sir. duly noted, and I will make sure to keep that in mind when I don't do magic in your tavern here. Can I just have a ale in the meantime?
Sure. He turns around and he grabs a tankard, gets the ale, puts it down. Kieran, what are you doing at this time as you're watching this exchange? You did hear all of it.
Okay. And how many people are in the tavern that I'm in?
Total 5. There's the bartender, Norse, and then 3 other patrons of the tavern.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the patron at the bar and say, "Hello, sir."
You talking to me?
Yes.
What do you want?
Well, that's not a warm welcome for a friend. I just wanted to see if you were interested in hearing about my dutiful and wonderful god. I'm here to pass on some knowledge for my friends.
Does your duly and wonderful god protect you in times of great distress or pain?
Yes.
Do you mind stepping outside with me for just a few moments?
Absolutely.
Follow me. Come. He's gonna trot outside.
Come.
The bartender's like holding the tankard, like, fine. Just kind of puts it off to the side as you guys walk out. All right, you guys are out in the middle of the street.
Okay, so I have a new spell, and I might be inclined to listen but to God if you would be inclined as to receive the effects of this magical spell.
Well, I love magic. It makes flowers bloom and creeks grow and children laugh. I would love to be a part of your magic experiment.
Wonderful. Okay, wonderful. So you are saying that you consent to the magic that is about to happen,
Of course.
and you will not be angry or upset or seek any kind of law enforcement or reinforcement or vengeance for what's about to happen.
Is this a violent act?
This is simply a manner of testing powerful magic, and typically those who get experimented on sometimes get hurt in the process. But that's okay.
Kieran,
In
give
the
me
pursuit of
an-
knowledge, that is acceptable.
Kieran, give me an insight check.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. I was going to say that anyways. 13.
All right, Norse, can you give me a persuasion?
Boom. 16.
Okay, that is a 16 versus the 13. Or
Yeah.
Okay. So, from what you can tell, he is being completely truthful and honest about everything that he is saying. That he does want to make sure that he has complete consent before going through with his spell.
Well, sir,
Yes.
you do seem to be one that's very honest with your word. Well, I'd like not to be hurt.
I can't
I'm not
promise.
fond of pain.
I can't promise you won't be hurt, but let's make a little transaction. I don't have much money, but
Oh, you don't have to give me your money.
I have ears, and I'm willing to listen about your God and perhaps spread the holy gospel of whoever you have in your little mind there. But I would like to make this a transaction if you are willing to take the experimentation of what I'm about to do. I will listen to what you have to say.
Anything
Aside.
to spread the word of my God. I trust
Perfect.
you wholeheartedly.
Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm glad we are on the same page. Now, if you would be so kind as to briefly turn around while I prepare my spell.
I'm gonna just gleefully turn the other direction.
Um,
I'm like giddy. I'm like, ooh, what's gonna happen?
okay,
This
so
is
now,
happening outside now, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Do
now,
I see this?
what have you... Let me do my thing.
It's a little far down. you're kind of around the corner a little bit. It'll be a
Alright.
higher DC, but sure, you can give me a perception to see if you can see what's going on.
Roll high. I want you to be a part of this.
Modified 20.
Oh
Fuck.
shit.
Yeah. As you are selling and getting this last transaction done, and you're packing up this nice lady's horse, you see down the road, and you see this person in a large hat and some long brown robes, talking to someone else, a dragonborn, just down the road. And you see her turn around, and you see this person reach into a bag. From overall, you seem to see this person seems pretty happy about what is about to happen. The other person did seem to turn without any hesitation or anything. So from your point of view, you do see them, but you don't really sense any malintent.
I'm gonna watch out of curiosity.
That's why you're watching. Nothing else.
That's why I'm watching for now.
The reason.
Okay. I'm gonna do a quick perception check of my surroundings.
Absolutely.
You're about to kill me before I even like make an introduction. I'm not even gonna meet the party.
You know that there's some people around, but no one's really paying that close attention to you from where you're standing.
Okay. So I would assume since she's turned around now, this is on advantage.
Absolutely, it is.
Okay. He's gonna bring his arms back. He says, "With the power of my mighty magic, I shall cast Fireball on this unaware creature." And then he
I'm gonna
reaches,
go fireball
he
right
reaches
before
into his bag
Fire-
and hucks a brick at the back of her head.
Go ahead and roll it.
That's 2 rolls. One is a nat 1, and the other one is 21 to hit.
Okay.
Oh.
God.
That does surpass the AC. Go and roll
sure does.
roll your damage on it.
7
Yeah, I don't
damage
have
as
an
the
AC at
brick
22.
smacks her in the back of the head. Fireball!
You grab the brick and you yell fireball as you just hurl it, and it strikes her just right at the base of the neck, right on top of her shoulders.
Going
Hearing
to
you-
Thank you, kind
Yeah.
lady, for helping me. Now I shall hear about your god.
as a jerk reaction, I'm just gonna turn around and go, oh, and just punch him in the face because
for
I'm
it.
afraid.
Yep.
With 22 to hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, just 3. So I'm just gonna turn around and go, oh, and just punch him and go, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't realize we were inflicting physical harm.
That was not physical harm, that was simply a magical spell.
I think you hit me in the head with a solid object.
Nope, that was fireball.
Do I see the brick on the ground?
Can I do sleight of hand to try to grab it?
Sure. Go ahead and give sleight of hand versus Annika. Go ahead and give me a perception.
All right.
Fuck, that was almost an 18.
Well, perception or investigation, whichever one.
it was 6.
6.
I got a
okay.
10.
Yeah, you see him. That was a magical spell as he reaches down.
But
and he
I want to
gre-
maintain eye contact while
Yeah,
I'm
the whole
reaching
time as
down
you're-
to grab the brick. That was a magical spell as I tuck the brick back into my sack.
I'm gonna grab the brick from him as he does that and just like,
That's fair.
I want to make a strength check to like start to crush it. I'm huge. I feel like
Sure. Go ahead and give me you two give me a strength off. We'll see if you're able to rip it from his hand.
I rolled like shit. You better roll a 1.
Strength? Just strength?
Just
yeah.
straight strength.
That's a 19.
Oh shit.
You grab onto the brick and you are large, but you grab onto it. But this person, despite what they're wearing, is ridiculously strong as they pull the brick away and put it back into their bag.
I should
Well,
add to
sir.
I am 6'5 and 275 pounds.
I'm 6'9" and 275 pounds.
All right. All right.
Touche.
I'm
Touche.
that type.
Oh my god.
Well, I
Uh,
think that you have tried to inflict physical harm on me, and to that point, I think I have to step away. But thank you so much for your time, sir. And I'm just going to walk past him and walk away.
Easy
Right,
transaction.
Alora, as you're packing up, you see this individual grab a brick from their bag and just throw it at the back of this dragonborn. You see the dragonborn immediately turn around and punch this person in the face, and then you see them fighting over this object that was thrown. And you see the person who threw it put it back into their bag. Oh.
Is my new customer still next to me?
Oh, she's right there. She's on the horse. Actually,
Does she
Natasha,
see
go ahead,
what-
Yeah.
Natasha, give
Am
me a
I
perception.
watching this?
Yeah, I feel like
What?
you would. And you're on the
Okay.
horse, so
Because
you
at
kind of
this
have a
point,
little bit.
at this point, I imagine like I have a hand on this woman's horse, and I am
Yes.
just staring at these people, jaw to the floor,
Yeah, am I
watching
like
what's happening.
am I like on the horse? Am I like next to her? Am I helping her pack? Like
Whichever
I'll
you
do it.
think your character would be doing, would you be sitting on the horse while she packs it up, or would you be standing next to her while she does it?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like I would be preparing my horse to ride again.
Okay, so as you guys are
about to
standing,
hop on.
yeah, as you guys are standing on the side of the horse, go ahead and give me that perception to see if you notice what's going on, or previous to the attack, or you're going to notice what happens afterwards.
You said perception?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you saw the whole thing.
Okay.
Nice.
You also,
You
looking down this road, see two people talking. One person turns around, the other grabs a object out of their bag, throws it at the back of them. The other person turns around, punches them in the face. They fight over the object. What are
I'm
your?
just gonna
And I'm walking away.
Right.
She walked away by now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
okay.
walking away.
Is it my
That
turn or is it
Yeah, yeah. So,
It's ours.
so what are you guys doing at this time after seeing assault?
I'm gonna
That was-
look over.
That was interesting. Do you think that was consensual?
I was actually just about to ask you if that's a normal thing that happens in this town. Is that like a like some sort of like ritual or something? Because that was peculiar to say the least.
No. No, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I mean, people getting like, tiffs now and again. That was interesting though. That
That
fella's
was-
weird. Actually,
Yeah.
both those fellas are kind of weird.
Yeah, it didn't look like a normal type of interaction. It was a little bit. It just seemed a little bit off. I don't know.
I agree. That's all right. I'd stay clear of them if I was you. Maybe.
You seem
You
like
seem like
smart
you can. You seem like you can handle your own though. So trust your judgment. I'm gonna pack up for the day. That was weird.
Well, I hope nothing like that happens to you. But again, I thank you for this very nostalgic piece, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
You as well, sweetheart. You stay safe out there.
You too. And be wary of those people over there. They seem a little bit off, to say the least.
I agree. You do the
Character
same.
looking.
You're there.
Perception check from everyone.
Preston, you
What?
sound
What?
like a baby. I think you
The robot
changed.
baby.
Yeah.
Talk
He sounds
again,
like a robot
I think
baby.
you hotkeyed your mic voice change.
I can't hear anything.
How about now?
That's better.
There's Preston.
Preston's back. I don't know who that other guy
Baby.
was.
I need a perception check from everyone.
All right.
Okay.
Yay.
Who's going first?
We're doing it as a team.
Oh, okay.
8.
15.
16.
13.
Everyone who got a 12 or higher, you are kind of going through what just happened.
Preston, I
And
think you're on walkie-talkie.
are you fucking serious?
Doesn't sound like a walkie-talkie to me.
It
What you
doesn't, but I
talking about?
know he just showed me his voices.
Hold on. I fix.
I fix.
Man.
There you go.
Okay. Let's try this again.
There you go.
There you are.
Everyone who got a 12 or higher, after this overall interaction that just happened, you start seeing little tiny shadows, these little, almost like boots running across the rooftops. As you look up, you see these tiny little green creatures with sharp green ears, small little teeth, and these piercing yellow eyes as they go and knock arrows, draw back, and fire. I need all of you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
There's
The
enough
ones that
fireballs
pass
to go
the
around, gentlemen.
perception.
21!
Just the ones that pass the perception check.
16.
Yes. On the overall damage itself, you will take full, if not.
Damn. Did I do the right one?
You
Yeah.
did.
No,
Yes.
you did dex check.
Oh.
You need to do a dex save.
There's
Oh.
another box that says savings throw that's like right below where your top ones are. Just right to the left.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Jesus.
Look at you
All
guys.
right. Okay. Those who got 16 and below. Dice. Will take the full damage of 15 damage. Those who got above, you will take half.
Ugh.
So
7
go ahead
or
and
8?
yeah, go to
As I get
7.
struck with an arrow, it pierces me.
Ow,
Like,
damn it!
they're after my fireballs! He starts just wicking around.
Go, oh
Alright.
my, the people here are very mean.
As the
Aw.
arrows come flying down towards you all, and some sticking in, you start seeing up on the ridge itself, you see one very large person that is red of skin, black mohawk that kind of drapes down the side as the hair continues to almost attach from the head down to the chest itself. It just has a leather sash over and a large bone club on their back. They go hold off, grab either side, and just raid, and that's where we'll end the session.
Oh, a raid.
With a raid?
Raid?
A raid?
Raid in this.
Ooh. Let's throw out
Thank you.
so many fireballs. So many.
Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate everyone that came and stopped by. Looking forward to the next one. We'll be back and whenever we upload next.